Ejaz, your English instructor. This e-lesson is for grade 2. So grade 2 students, today we are going to discuss our grammar portion. And in our grammar portion, we are going to discuss simple past. Now, do you know the tenses? The present tense, the past tense and the future tense. Present, past and future. Now, what is present? Present means something that is happening at the moment. Moving forward towards past tense. Past means something that has already happened or occurred. An event that has already taken place. Whereas future means something that will happen. Now, these are the three tenses: present, past and future. Now, as we are talking about the present tense, first of all, what's present? What's happening at the moment? I am talking, you are listening. So, these are the things that are happening at the moment. Whereas, now moving towards the past tense, something that has already happened. Now, when we are talking about the past tense, we use the helping verbs was and were. Now, have you got an idea how are we going to use this was and were? Now, in order to use was and were, there are some of the rules. Was is always used with I, he, she and it. Whereas in case of were, it is used with you, we and they. Now, let's make a sentence. I was hungry. He was tired. She was sleepy. It was raining. So these are the sentences that we are using I, he, she and it, and they take was as a helping verb. Moving forward towards were. Now, in case of were, you were having lunch. We were late. They were waiting for the bus. So students, this was all about our simple past. Let's revise it once again. Past means something that has already happened. Now, when we are talking about past tense, we always use the helping verbs was and were. Was always, when we are using was, we use I, he, she and it. Was always indicates singular, that is one person only. Whereas were, that means more than one. We use were with you were, we were, they were. So students, this was all about our past. Now, let's move forward towards our topic of simple past of regular verbs. So students, moving towards our today's topic of simple past of regular verbs. Now you all know what are verbs. Verbs are basically the action verbs. Any word that indicates an action is a verb. So we have to make the simple past form of regular verbs. So there are three forms of verb. The first form, that is also known as the present form. Then we have got the second form, that is known as the past form or the simple past. And then it is the third form or the past participle. So, first of all, the first form of the verb. Now the first form of the verb, let's take a verb play. present form or the first form of the verb. Moving towards its second form or the simple past. Now what will be its second form? Played. We simply added ed at the end. Let's take another example. Walk, walked. Here also we added ed. Now there's another verb like. Now as you can see that the verb is ending with an e. Now those verbs that are ending with an e, what is the rule? We simply add d at the end. Lied. Have you got it? Think about any other example of such verb. Live. Lived. We are simply adding d at the end. Love. Loved. Dance. Danced. So students, what's the rule here? Here we have got the base and then we add ed to it. Here also we have got the base verb, but the verb is ending with the e. Now the verb that is ending with e, what's the rule? Base. We have to make sure that verb ending on e. So we add d at the end. I hope this concept of adding ed and d is clear. This is the base, we add ed, whereas the base with an ending of verb ending on e, we simply add d. Now let's take some other examples. These were the regular verbs in which we added ed and d at the end. So here we have got another verb. Stop. This is the verb. Now the second form of this verb is stopped. You can see we added another p and then ed. Now what's the rule? If we have a verb that has got the second last word as a vowel. Do you remember vowels? A, E, I, O, U. The second last word is a vowel and the verb is ending on a consonant. What is the rule? We will double the consonant and then add ed at the end. In order to make your concept clear, let's take another example. Plan. Now, let's revise our rule. This is a word that's ending on a consonant and the second last word is a vowel, as you can see. Now, as I told you about the rule, what are we going to do? We are going to double the last consonant. So, what will be the spelling? P-L-A-N-N, and then following the normal rule, we will add ed at the end, as you can see. So students, this was all about it. Now let's take another example of verb help. So, we can see this is a verb and it is ending on a consonant. Let's check our second last letter. It is also a consonant. So we will apply the normal basic rule, that is base plus ed. I hope this concept is clear. Now let's take another example. So students, we talked about the simple past of regular verbs. Now in the past form, as we have seen, we added ed, d at the end, or we changed some of the spelling of the verb. That is replacing y and adding ied. This was the simple past. These are the affirmative forms. That is, we took an example, play, and the affirmative form that will be indicated by a tick is play. Now, in case of the negative form, that is the no. Affirmative, we will say yes, whereas for negative, we will say no. What are we going to use? Are we going to say not played, or we are going to, as we are talking about the past form, we are going to use did not, and the form of the verb will remain the same. Play, that is the present form. Now let's use this negative form and make a sentence. Like we have got a sentence, she did not. Now as you're talking that she helped me, in order to make negatives of this sentence, she did not help me. The form of the verb will remain same, whereas this did not indicates the past form. We are not going to change the form of the verb. Whenever we have got did in our statement, the form of the verb will remain the same. Like if you are asking a question, did you bake the cake? Now if you are writing, yes, I baked it. This is the answer to the question. Now as you can see, we have got did here. Any statement that has got did, the form of the verb will remain the same. Whereas in answer, as there was no did and we were talking in the past form, so we used yes, I baked it. So students, I hope this concept of the negative form is clear to you. You always have to remember this, that for the negative of the verbs, we simply add did not. We can take any verb, lived, did not live. The affirmative form, in affirmative form, we will change and add ed or d accordingly to the verb. Whereas in the negative form, we will simply add did not. Like stop, stopped for affirmative form, whereas for the negative form, we will say did not stop. The bus did not stop on the station. So students, I hope this concept is clear to you. Now moving towards your exercises.